So this is what crawling out of a 2-day depression looks like. That's the thing with depression spells is I've had them my whole life and they just hit when they hit. And when they do, you're already in it. And I'm like, oh, great, I didn't realize I was sad about something. I should probably figure out what that thing is about, or I'm scared of something. And so in this case, it took me 2 days to figure out, journal, and sit with how I felt, that I'm afraid of moving forward on my creative path because it feels like I'm going to be leaving all of my friends and family behind. At least the ones that, I want to take with me. Obviously, I have friends that are super supportive and they'll be with me the whole way. I realized I missed my brother. I realized that my family wasn't gonna come back together. And, if I'm gonna fly away, I'm gonna fly away. I'm gonna build my life. I'm gonna aim for the stars. And that's the thing, is when I'm doing that shit, I'm not looking back. because I don't have time to. I don't have time to babysit, to wait, because life is so short and I have to go and do this. But that phenomenon where you're like, I can't lower my frequency to meet you. I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to, but I can't do it anymore. So if you know, and if you don't, I'll explain it some other time. But yes, I can't do that anymore. I can't go boom, boom. I just cannot. So there is a quote that really resonated with me, and I would like to share that today in Creative Church. This quote is by Anaïs Nin, who is a French writer from the 1920s. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Life is a process of becoming, a combination of states we have to go through. Where people fail is that they wish to elect a state and remain in it. This is a kind of death. Living never wore one out so much as the effort not to live. Life is truly known only to those who suffer, lose, endure adversity, and stumble from defeat to defeat. And with that, because it's so sunny and nice out, I thought, let's go get some plants. Nothing like a fresh shower after a depression spell to return the magic. Trusty little bag. Need to take this with me. Still practicing different filming techniques, close-up shots, mid shots, wide shots, and always with the laptop just in case creativity strikes when I'm on the road. It's kind of overcast today. I feel like I haven't been outside in I guess exactly 2 days. Ooh, gorgeous day. Look at that. Oh, come on. I just met the man who takes care of that garden, and he was going for an English style meadow, and it's very that. So beautiful. Yeah, even just walking up the bridge. Look at that. God, this is a little overwhelming, to be honest. I got some pots and soil. I really don't even know what kind of plants I'm going to put in this thing. Hopefully something that can be indestructible, because moving plants indoor and outdoor sounds like a nightmare to me. Sounds like way too much work. And hopefully plants that can just weather the storm. So I think I gotta look up what those plants are. Plants that can do summer and winter. Let's go take a look at the notes in the garden that the man puts up. I want to see. His last one made me cry, so I just love that I need to run into him, because he needs to know how magical it is, what he does. There it is. I'm a fragment of the day. Stephen Sondheim. I wonder what that means. Honestly, I thought it was going to be so pleasant to be out here doing some research, but it's freezing. I have found, though, some plants that seem to not die ever, which is perfect. Drought resistant, also a plus. Hey y'all, Tommy and Post Edit here. So I seriously thought I was going to find all of the plants that I found in my research at Home Depot, but I literally could only find one thing. So this was supposed to be this segment where I was going to educate everybody on all of these plants that can survive in Vancouver. But unfortunately, the only plant that was on the list that was there was English ivy, so class cancelled. This is overwhelming. Found something. Ivy. That much I do know. Let's start there. This is the extent of what I've bought. Basically a bunch of ivy. So here's the patio, and now that I'm seeing myself in it in the shot, it's actually pretty big. Considering it's a block away from the beach, it is a gem of a find. These plants apparently can do winter and summer. The only thing is, you gotta make sure that you water them because they cannot survive drought. So that may be an issue for me, except for during the rainy season. So I'm gonna have to drill holes in the sides of the pots. I don't really love drilling things, but I can do it if I have to. So these don't fit this way, but I figured they can fit this way, and actually it stays pretty secure. So here I am drilling the hole. Pretty handy, actually. I didn't even realize till I was watching this back, I'm actually pretty crafty. So it doesn't fit. You gotta freaking... I needed to drill it some more because it was a tight squeeze. Oh, pretty sure there it goes. Yep. Good job, bitch. Nice work. All right, filling up the things with some soil. Just like a third way through. Nothing too crazy. So serious. Oh my god. Pouring some more. Oh, you messy bitch. Oh my god. So messy. Learn how to pour, bitch. Okay, pouring some more. Why am I pouring so much? Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, put in the poison ivy. Whoop, there goes the container. So I decided to put them on the edges. Double them up, make sure they got some friends. Reminds me of Tinder when guys hold the fish, except for plant edition. Putting it in this really cute pot. They're like these big pots. I don't know. I just don't have use for them indoors. So just putting the soil in and just patting it down. Not too packed. Oh, that looks pretty. Nice. So here we go with the zip ties. They're kind of small, so I needed to attach them together. And then tighten them around the railing. Oh, it's good enough. Yeah. It's not like a tornado is going to blow them off or something. I'm just going to hang some, like, pots off of them. Oh my god. I just finished. I got a little bit distracted. But it was a mess before, so now everything is all organized and cleaned. And look! At the planters. And then the ivy. I imagine it's just going to grow down like that. I'd love to get some stands to set these two plants on to grow them up. And then, hopefully, some sort of maybe flowers or lavenders in the center there. And that is the beginning of me doing the patio. And that's it. I don't know what I'm doing, but slowly building over time. Oh yeah, and then I hung those up, so I'm gonna get some planters hanging off of those. Before there was just plants like on the wall, and then now I brought this shelf in because this used to be outside, and I just thought, why not just make room for more plants? So then I have an excuse to buy more plants to put inside because I have a problem. I suppose there's worse problems to have. It's hard to believe that Just yesterday, I was depressed and crying about existential pain. But if I really reverse engineer how I got here, I was honest about my deepest wound, about my deepest pain. I was afraid to rise to the level of my highest potential, of my greatness, of pursuing my dreams, because moving on from people that can't meet you, you know, those people that you just are around and it just pulls you back. And you're just like, oof, this is not good for me. So I need some boundaries. I have that. And for the longest time, I held on to these connections and these relationships because I was afraid to be alone. I was kind of stuck at this crossroad of like, choose your dreams or choose to have everyone. And it felt like this really unfair choice. But what I've come to realize is what it more accurately is they're gonna be over here doing their thing and I'm gonna be over here doing my thing. And there isn't necessarily less love or lack of love. It's just that while they're over here, I'll be over here practicing more self-love, embodying my values, choosing really good things for me, and having strong boundaries about what I can be around and what I can't be around, what energies I can tolerate and what energies I can't tolerate. And unfortunately, because of that, those boundaries are so strong, some people won't really understand. That's okay for me, because now for me, it's going to be about preserving my creative energy, cultivating an environment, spaces and relationships and connections where that is cultivated, where it is embodied. People are allowed to be where they are, but I'm also allowed to be where I am, and that's okay. I felt really bad in the past about being unapologetic about that because it felt like I was abandoning people, but really, in the end, I was abandoning myself. And that's depressing, I guess, to me. Which, why wouldn't it be? It's so depressing if you're abandoning yourself and your dreams. And no wonder I was like immobilized, because I was conflicted, because I didn't want to be alone, but I also didn't want to give up my dreams. And so I just had to make the choice. But to make the choice, it had to make sense to me that I wasn't abandoning other people and that I was just choosing the best thing for me. However, depression comes in cycles. I will go through another cycle of this at some point with some other crossroad, with some other conflict of soul pain. It's going to immobilize me. But I feel pretty proud of myself, actually, that I was able to make sense of it so quickly and figure out what I needed for my life to make the right decisions so that I can flourish and move in the direction that I need to move, be who I want to be, and do what I say I'm going to do. So to anybody that is right now shrinking for other people in their life, not tending to their needs, not exercising boundaries, because those actually really are hard to exercise, especially with people that you love, and especially in general if you like have people-pleasing tendencies. I totally get it. There is a way to move forward one step at a time, and it does require sitting with how you feel, meeting your needs, validating how you feel, questioning what you're afraid of, challenging your own mind, and returning the agency back to yourself, because you have a choice. Life is authored by you. Don't forget that you have a choice to show up for yourself in the decisions that you're making. When I shrank, I had decided to shrink. I had decided to put my needs last. That's the tricky thing. When you're in it, you don't really see it. It doesn't feel like a choice in that moment. It just feels like I'm swallowed up by how I feel. It's hard to make a decision from that point, which is why I was immobilized for 2 days. So I get it. Be kind to yourself. An unpopular take as well is, for those 2 days, it took me 2 days of like doom scrolling and avoiding and all of that to get sick of my own shit. I got sick of my own shit before I cried, and now I'm on the other side, like all love and light. I returned to an old pattern that I know doesn't serve me, that I know will only take me down the wrong way if I continue to choose that. For 2 days when I was immobilized by it, I felt like I didn't have a choice until I slowly snapped out of being underwater, is what it feels like, being in the fog. I returned the agency to myself. And so for anybody who's in the fog, underwater, if you hear this, I know that it's really hard. It is really hard to get out of it. But remind yourself that you have a choice and you can continue to choose to go down this road, or you can start to crawl out and make little choices, one after the other, towards another way. And it really be like that, because it's painful and it sucks and it hurts and it's traumatizing. Pair that with the modern age and the world ending, y'all. At this point, I'm just rambling. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I want to thank you, all of the subscribers and anybody who's watching. I have 22 subscribers and I'm shocked because it is 22 more than 0. Whether this was entertaining or you're just coming along to see the journey, or you're just bored at home and you wanted some company, thank you. Hopefully y'all got something out of this. Otherwise, remember to choose, remember to express yourself, and I will see you in the next letter.